Hey guys, my name is Jen Atho, for those of you that don't know me personally. I just saw a bunch of comments on posts in this group, and I wanted to just take a quick second to kind of give you my perspective. I see a lot of comments and a lot of concerns about not having the time for coaching, not being able to invest the time, not really knowing where coaching would fit into your already busy schedule. So I kind of wanted to give you some perspective from me, and I have a pretty busy schedule. I thought I might share some of that with you. Those of you that are my coaches or my customers, you know that my schedule is packed and that everything in my schedule is pretty regimented. But everything that is a priority to me is there. And so I actually work full time. I have two little kids. I have two dogs who I am very involved with too. I've been marathon training for the better part of this year, running 20 to 30 miles per week. I coach a cheerleading team for about 10 hours a week, and all of those things obviously are huge time investments. So how do I get around that, and how do I still invest time in coaching and making sure that my challengers feel that I've invested in them and make sure that I'm moving my business forward? Well, there's a couple of things. So I make the time in the mornings. I get up about a half an hour earlier than I would otherwise, and invest that time in relationship building and spending time with people and following up on messages. I sometimes use that time for a workout instead. It just depends on the day, and I try to plan that all out ahead of time, but also go with the flow. And then I use my lunch break at work. I try to use that as wisely as possible. So just like that morning time, sometimes I'm using that 1 hour lunch break to squeeze in a workout. I live pretty close to work, so I'll run home and, get a 30-minute workout in, or I will do a quick run, or I'll head over to the gym, which is right near my job, and lift some weights or something. Other times I grab my headphones and my iPad, and I will sit and follow up on messages, do planning for challenge groups, do all of those things. And then other days, that time is spent in personal development. So I'll use that time to catch up on a leadership book, or listen to podcasts, or do something that's going to enrich me as a person. The other time that I usually spend with coaching is in the evenings. So once my kids are in bed, once coaching has wrapped up with my team that I coach of little girls, once I have fulfilled all my daily commitments, lunch is packed for the next day and all of that, I will sit down for the time that I would normally have spent watching TV or something mindless with my husband. I still spend that time with him, but I also will be plugged in and responding to messages and doing things. I bounce a lot of ideas off of him too. So that's time that I spend differently now because coaching is a priority to me. So that's just kind of some perspective on how I fit it in. As a busy working mom, my weekends are precious with my kids, and I make it a general rule not to use time that I have my kids around to work on my business. That doesn't mean I won't follow up on a quick message here and there or do a workout and involve them in that. But generally speaking, if my kids are home and they're awake, I'm spending that time with them. So I have to use my other time wisely. That means I've learned to cut other things out. So instead of watching mindless reruns on Netflix, I probably will use that time differently. I always kind of say, if you have time to browse Facebook and just scroll through your news feed endlessly, then you have time to be a coach. You just use that time differently, and you use it to help people and to care about people and invest in them instead of doing something that is not going to give you a return on your time investment. So that's just kind of my 2 cents about how I balance coaching with my busy schedule. Please let us know, though, what questions you have, what concerns you have about how to fit it in, because we all have very different perspectives. You have all types in this group: people that work full time, people that have little kids, older kids, stay-at-home moms. We run the gamut in this group, so we definitely want to be able to make sure you have a perspective that's relevant to you. I hope this helps. Have a good day, everybody.